Sara's Weeknight Meals is made possible by USA Rice, Sunsweet, Hodgson Mill, and the generous support of...
Cooking is the first kind of love you know. It was starting when I was a child, with my grandmother doing fresh pasta, and now I transmit it to all the guests. It's something made specially for them.
Oceana Cruises, proud sponsor of Sara's Weeknight Meals.
Perpetual sunshine and the endless Mediterranean make Valencia, Spain a favorite for hungry travelers, especially in search of the perfect pan of paella. It's the famously delicious rice stew Spaniards swoon over. If you love it too, this is the place to be. I'm heading south along the coast to Denia.
I'm so lucky to be here with Franck Garanger, who is a French chef, but he moved here to Denia because you just love it. And he's such a paella expert. What do we need to get first?
We'll hit the local markets for everything we need. Chicken, rice,
fava, broad bean, flat bean. I love to use this one. Sí.
And Frank's secret ingredient.
But me is my little
Your
touch.
trick. It's one of your many tricks.
Exactly.
Huh?
Frank's got more tricks up his sleeve when we make paella the Spanish way, over an open fire.
This is my secret. You keep it for you.
Okay. We won't tell anybody.
And I've got my own contribution.
I'm going to make a pink sangria.
And then a spectacular meal. It's all coming up today on Sara's Weeknight Meals. If you're in Spain in search of paella, you have to come to where it all began, Valencia and parts south. Here they've been making paella outside on the fire for centuries because, face it, they've got everything they need. Abundant sunshine to grow rice and the vast Mediterranean for fish. It's all available at the local mercado in Denia, where I met Chef Franck Garanger, a French transplant who fell in love with Spain and its food.
Wow, so this is the Denia market.
It's beautiful.
It's incredible.
It's nice, huh?
Wow. What do we need to get first?
So first we're going to go to see my friend Pedro, which is a butcher, and we're going to get everything to start.
Okay.
So we're going to see my butcher. I have to show you this beautiful Iberico pork.
Oh, that's the pork that eats acorns. This is the designer pork, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
And you see the difference between, first it's a smaller animal.
Yeah.
So you see the size.
marbling.
And the marbling.
The
you see how
fat in there,
beautiful.
yeah.
So this, when you put it in a paella, it gives this flavor that's unique.
Yeah.
And I think not so many people in Spain using this for paella.
Right.
But me is my little
Your
touch.
trick. It's one of your many tricks.
Exactly.
Okay.
So Pedro, necesito dos costillas de Iberico.
Our paella will also have chicken thighs. Frank doesn't waste anything.
Por el pollo, la pata un poco por el caldo también, ¿ok?
Said hold on to the feet for the stock.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I got a lot of flavor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna get the most important ingredients for the paella,
Yeah.
which is the arroz. And this special arroz from here.
The rice. Okay.
The rice.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Arroz.
Hola, necesito un bolsa de arroz bomba de pego.
Bamba?
Bomba. Bomba Sarica. For me, is the best. Is where I get the best caramelization. Look at this.
Let's see what it looks like.
Gracias. Look, the beauty. You see? Little bit shorter than the Sarica,
Yeah.
but it doesn't release that much starch.
Wow, they're tiny.
Beautiful.
They're really small. Okay.
Muy bien. very important ingredient for the paella. Paprika, what I call paprika, red bell pepper.
But is it different?
This is a special one. You have to choose them with this dark color.
Dark color.
So that's why, you know, like this one, this is beautiful for the paella.
Yeah, okay.
You see?
And this is important because it does what?
Flavor.
Flavors.
Flavor.
Okay, flavors.
Sweeter than the regular one.
Okay, all right.
So now we're going to go to
Wow, look at all these
different
beans.
types of beans.
Yes.
This is so important for the paella. Here we have the fava.
I know the fava.
So the fava we put at the last minute because this cooks like
Tender. Eat.
you eat them like this. It's beautiful when you decide it. Many Spanish people they eat it raw. Then we have the garofan, what they call garofan.
Garofan.
Garofan. This, I cook it in the paella.
Okay.
This is beautiful.
So you don't eat those raw though.
No, you can, but.
Okay.
And this is the rudia.
Those are beautiful.
You call it broad bean, flat bean?
Broad bean, flat bean, either
Exactly.
one.
Here we have two types. The regular one, rudia, and this one is red rudia. I mean rudia rojo. And this one, it gives much more flavor to the paella. So I love to use this one. And when it's roast, we know when it's roast with the meat, it gives a very nice flavor.
Yeah.
So I prefer to use this one. And today we're going to use fava, garofan, and all three, together.
At its heart, this is a fishing village, so it's easy to find the freshest fish to round out the paella. For Frank, that's mussels.
Necesito un bolsita de mejillones, por favor.
Para la paella, ¿no?
Sí, claro. Voilà, muy bien.
Vale, ¿sí bien?
Muy bien, excelente. Nada más.
Muy bien.
And finally, some would say this is the most important part.
Sara, very important is to have a glass of cava while cooking the paella.
Okay.
So this is a very nice cava. You know, 90% of the production is done in the region of Penedès, which is below Barcelona.
Oh.
On this one, I like it. This one is minimum 2 years in barrel. And it has very nice flavor. It's not champagne, but it's beautiful.
Oh no, it's cava. We like cava. Okay, great.
Let's grab this one.
Shopping always makes me hungry. Luckily, the remedy is minutes away. Our magnificent paella. The town of Denia bustles with fishermen and vacationers. But up high on a hill at Frank's place, you couldn't find a more serene place to cook.
You know, after all that shopping, I'm really hungry, and I'm so lucky to be here with Franck Garanger. He's such a paella expert. So, let's get started.
Let's start, exactly. So, first we're gonna cut the pepper. So, you know, we just try to make some stripes.
Oh, strips we call them.
Strips,
I
yeah.
like stripes too. That's good.
That's my French accent.
No, I love your French accent.
So you make little pieces like this,
Yeah.
and this we're going to put it in a pan with little bit olive oil, because this will need to flavor the oil of the paella. So it goes
so
very
we're
slowly.
infusing the oil.
Exactly,
Okay, so we cook it very slowly.
very slowly, like a confit.
Oh, you mean like when you cook, let me just explain. Confit means to preserve, and you do it with duck, you do it with fruits, you do it with all sorts of things, but it's low and slow.
Exactly.
Yes, okay. So we're gonna make the stock?
Yeah, very simple stock. So just put some pieces of the end cut of the peppers inside the water.
Okay.
And then we're going to put some of the bones from the chicken.
Chicken. Okay.
Perfect. And the last thing we're gonna put is the
Parsley.
parsley stem.
So you want me to turn this on like medium heat?
Yes, exactly. I think the peppers are ready.
Okay, how do you know? They just sort of wrinkled and...
Oh, very soft, you see how they are like this?
Oh, look at the color of that oil. It really did pick
Exactly.
up the
On the
red
flavor,
and the flavor.
on the
yeah.
flavor.
Okay.
Please give me the Iberico pork.
All right. Here you
Perfect.
go.
Just pour it inside. Voila, perfect.
All right, so now we brown that for a few minutes.
We brown that for a few minutes. After that, we're going to put the chicken.
All right.
Okay?
Well, now you have to tell me about paella.
The paella means the pan.
Oh,
Okay.
it refers to this pan.
Exactly. So it was in a field, you know, when they used to get together. They were somebody was bringing the pan, somebody was killing the rabbit, or get some snails, or get some leftover fish from the fisherman. Bring it all together. The rice was growing in Valencia, in the area of Valencia, and then everything put together, and they were cooking and sharing.
In some ways, it's a peasant dish.
Exactly, definitely the best dish in the world, a
Yes.
peasant dish.
Yes. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
This is something I learned on the street, is to put,
You learned on the street?
yes, in watching competition on the street, is to put the salt around like this, so it's gonna have time to roast and to give a flavor. And little by little, I'm gonna bring the salt into the pan.
So it's almost like you're smoking the salt. Or
Exactly.
something. Yeah.
You
cool.
can use fleur de sel or regular rock sea salt. It has to be sea salt.
Sea salt.
Definitely.
Okay.
This is my secret, you keep it for you.
Okay. We won't tell anybody. No.
Okay, now we have to put the chicken.
So this is our cut up chicken.
Voila. In the center. Beautiful. That's very nice.
Right on top of the fork,
Right
huh?
on top, exactly. Because I still have my salt that is roasting.
You don't want to touch the salt.
No,
but you
not
want
yet, not yet.
This is so
Little
cool.
by little, okay?
Yeah.
After the chicken is brown, we're going to put the beans.
Okay.
All the different type of beans that we got on the market. We're going to put them for a few minutes. Then we put the tomato paste that we are going to make now with the mortar.
Okay. So what we pureed here in the mortar and pestle is 2 tomatoes, 3 whole garlic cloves, and a couple of tablespoons of chopped parsley.
Exactly. So that's why
Oh, you put oil
that-
in here too. How much oil?
Oh yeah, well, 1 tablespoon.
1 tablespoon.
Now we have the beautiful beans that we brought from the market. So here, you know, we have to get out those beautiful ones. And then I'm going to cut some of the broad beans or flat beans, as you call it.
Is there a trick to opening these?
Oh yeah, this is
Longer nails, I'd say.
Exactly.
Oh, darn.
Exactly.
I don't have those salon nails needed for opening these.
And those beans, what is important, you know, is to cut them, you see, long enough like this. That's perfect. Now we're going to put this in a pan. At this point, no, this you're not invited. At this point, we mix together and we make sure we get all the salt that is on the bag that is completely caramelized together. Now it's the perfect time to put the tomato base. It's going to be like deglaze. We're going to deglaze all the...
So you want me to spread it around?
Yeah. Voila, fantastic.
That smells so amazing.
And you see,
Now,
I deglaze the sucre.
the browned bits that
Exactly.
have on the
So
bottom.
the tomato helps me to remove all of this from the pan, so I have the maximum flavor coming.
I have a question.
Now,
Okay.
perfect timing.
Now,
You're fantastic.
okay, so tell us what this is and how much.
Pimiento de la Vera.
Yes.
Sweet smoked paprika.
Oh, it's so
Another
pretty.
one, another one. Yeah, put it all. Perfect.
I'm going to call that 2 teaspoons.
Okay, now it's time for the rice.
Okay. And how much are we adding?
700 grams.
Okay.
Up to the...
Okay. I think that's about 3 cups. Ça va? Okay.
Ça va.
Okay.
You put it inside?
Okay. Everywhere?
Everywhere.
Try to get it even? It doesn't
Anyway,
matter.
I will mix it.
So
You
it doesn't
see?
matter. I don't have to
Yeah.
be so delicate.
No. And now we're going to stir it for a few minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Voila, very nice, beautiful. I like the bomba rice because I have tried several times. And this one doesn't release that much starch. So it's easier to control the caramelization that we will need at the end, you know, what we call the socarat.
Socarat.
Socarat
I've heard that word before.
Is the bottom that gets crispy, that everybody is fighting to get at the end. And with the bomba rice, it does not release that much starch.
Okay.
So we control much better the caramelization.
So now how long does this cook?
Now we have to put the stock.
Okay.
So
We need to strain the stock.
we need to strain the stock, but we also need to put the saffron. And very important, you know, when you put the saffron is at the end. You don't boil the saffron.
Okay.
Okay, it's going to have a 20 minutes cooking with the rice. So here I just want to get the flavor and the color.
And you wanted me to stir it a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit so that.
And tell us about saffron.
Of course, you know, it's now I think we are close to 2,000 euro a kilo for the saffron.
Very expensive. The most expensive spice in the world.
Exactly.
Because it's the stigmas, those little things, there's only 3 per crocus. And it's hand harvested.
Now we have to put the stock. You see the beautiful flavor I have?
I do. That color
So
is
don't forget, especially if you use a bomba, it's 1 part of rice for 3 parts of liquid.
by volume.
Yeah, exactly,
By volume.
Exactly.
Okay.
And now, what is important is to really spread the rice all around to make sure that we have the kind of equal amount of rice all over the paella.
And we cook it uncovered.
Ah, yes.
Well, I know. I'm just
Full action.
full action.
Full action. High heat.
Damn the torpedoes. Let's go.
So now we're going to put the peppers. And we're going to put them in like a star all around, you know.
Wow.
And they're going to cook together with the rice, and they will finish to sit on the rice.
So now that we've got the peppers in, how long does it cook?
More or less, I would say 20 minutes.
20 minutes total.
Yeah.
Okay.
I never count. Because it's cooked when
I know,
you
that's
have
not helpful to the home cook.
but
Okay, about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now that the paella is resting, is a perfect time for a glass of cava.
Oh, I think so. And so tell me a little bit about this.
Oh, this one comes from Penedes, and I like particularly this one because it's 2 years in barrel. So
What does cava mean?
cava means cave.
Oh.
Yeah, very
Duh.
simple to
Okay.
remember.
Okay. Well, listen, I want to, here, let's have a little sip. I want to tell you about a drink that I made that I think would be nice with this too.
I'm very curious to
I made it,
see
it's
this.
my version of sangria. Don't laugh.
Wow.
I made in the United States. I think it's very nice. Here, let me show you my little video. Today I'm going to make a pink sangria. Okay, so I'm going to start with seasonal fruit. I've got some peaches, 2 peaches, and we're going to season them first with sugar. You know, if you've ever made a shortcake with strawberries and you toss them first with sugar, you know what I'm talking about, that the sugar pulls out all this liquid, and so you're already sort of concentrating the flavor of the fruit and creating a wonderful fruit syrup. So that's what I'm going to do. Now, peaches stick to their pit, so that is why I am cutting around the pit. Sangria is a wonderful fruit-infused wine drink from Spain that's served chilled that we love. And there's so many variations. You can do a white sangria with white wine and white fruits. You can do, it's usually done with red wine, and that's terrific too. But I'm going to do mine with rosé. So on to my orange. You cut this in half. Cut it whatever size you want. This is fun. You can do whatever you want. Just get rid of the end. And large slices or smaller slices. The idea being that the fruit adds all of its flavor to the sangria so that it's going to taste like the orange and the peach and the cherries. So that's 1 small orange, and then we're going to add a cup of cherries. And I just want to show you, I have this fun pitting tool, which looks like an instrument of torture, frankly. So here's how this one works. Here you see this. Oops. Okay, so it goes right in. So you take your cherry and you put the top part where the stem was right there, and let's hope I get it. It doesn't always work. And then you just put this through, okay? Or if you want, you can just do it the old-fashioned way. It's the same way that you remove a pit from an olive, what I do all the time. And you just take the side of your knife, the dull side, so put this underneath like that at 20, well, more than 20-degree angle, and just go whack, and then the pit will come out. Oops, easily. So now all of this is going to go right in here with 1/3 cup of superfine sugar. Let me show you what this looks like. Superfine sugar, also known as bar sugar, is what bartenders use. And the reason it works well is because unlike granulated sugar, it dissolves in liquid without you having to heat it or store it like crazy. And then I'm going to add 1/2 cup of triple sec or any orange liqueur that you like. So this goes in. And we're going to stir it up. Let it sit for an hour, and all of the juices from the fruit will be pulled out by the sugar and mix with the triple sec and just get more intense, so that by the time we top it off with our rosé, it will be wonderfully deeply flavored. We're going to make a big picture for everybody. Here we go. So the fruit all goes in, and the juice at the bottom, because that's accumulated all this flavor, particularly if you can give it a whole hour of maceration. That would be yummy stuff to drink straight up, the triple sec with the fruit. Okay, and then I love rosé. I fell in love with it a year ago when I was in France teaching cooking classes at this manor house in the foie gras country, which was fun. But anyway, before we teach a class, we'd have a little aperitif with a little rosé wine, which came from that particular area. But here's how you put together a drink. You throw in some ice cubes, and then you just pour it in. Let's put a few pieces of fruit in there, because the fruit is as good as everything else. And if you must, now for me, this is perfect, just like right like this. But if you want to, you can top it off with some seltzer or club soda, and that would be delicious too. Isn't that lovely?
Back in our Spanish kitchen, Frank's paella is almost ready.
So now we're ready to put the mussels around. So that's my little fixture. You
Okay,
just put the thin part inside,
Okay.
every 2 inch more or less. And then while they will be cooking, they will open and it will be a very nice decoration at the end. This is, for example, this is my style to put mussels. You don't see that much paella with mussels.
Really?
You see some with calamari, but me, I like to put the mussel because I think it looks great.
Oh, I do
at the end
too.
when it's cooked.
What other would you ever use clams?
Oh yeah, you can put
Should we do
clams.
another round?
Oh, it's okay, it's perfect
it.
like this. Final touch, I put the fava bean. I like to put really at the end, so they're lightly warm.
Oh, okay.
And sometimes, you know, people use green peas, but me, I love fava
But if you're
bean.
going to add peas, you'd add them at this point too.
Yeah, little bit before the
Okay.
peas. They will cook little bit faster, the peas. But
Okay.
like this, you see, and it
All right.
gives a nice little green color.
Okay.
So now I will cover it with aluminum foil for a good 5 minutes. You will have some the humidity that will go back a little bit on the bottom of the pan. So
It will
very
loosen the
important.
crust a slight bit.
Exactly.
I got it.
Okay, so this is very important, and also because it is very, very hot now. So a good 5 minutes, perfect time to have a glass of red wine. Amigos, la paella de Peña!
Oh, that is so gorgeous. Woo.
Thank you, thank you. So now I'm going to explain the quick rules how to eat the paella in Valencia. You have to eat exactly what is in front of you. Yes, with your spoon. Just put your napkin like this so you don't mess up too much. And you eat exactly what is in front of you, but of course you don't forget one of the very important things is to spread a little lemon, okay? So then you eat. Whenever there is something you don't like, for example, if you don't like little piece of pork or chicken, you just put it like this with your spoon. And then you eat. And when you finish, you put your spoon like this.
All right. So shall we dig in?
Please, go ahead. You go like this. You check
I wanna find
if
the
you have a nice caramelization on the bottom of the pan.
How'd we do?
Warm, perfect.
It's so good.
Oh, c'est tellement bon.
C'est bon, mais c'est chaud.
The sun, the ocean, the warmth of friends, and that big, beautiful, filling pan of paella. That's why the Spaniards invented the siesta. That's my next stop.
All right, that's it. I'm done.
For recipes and videos, go to our website, saramolton.com. Sara's Weeknight Meals is made possible by USA Rice, Sunsweet, Hodgson Mill, and the generous support of
Cooking is the first kind of love you know. It was starting when I was a child, with my grandmother doing fresh pasta, and now I transmit it to all the guests. It's something made specially for them.
Oceana Cruises, proud sponsor of Sarah's Weeknight Meals.